Hello, my fellow Americans. My name is Carl Lester Anthony Jr., and I'm running for your President of these United States for the year 2020, and hopefully beyond. So, I'm going to introduce you guys to my political affiliation just to start, as I put my hat in the ring. I am an independent, former Democrat of 20 plus years, almost 30 years. After I've grown and matured, I've become a little, disenchanted with both parties. In the process, I feel like they're almost two sides of the same coin. And we really need somebody that's in the middle that does what most of America wants. And most of America actually wants the same thing, whether conservative or liberal. It's just the small little idiosyncrasies that cause us to argue and fuss. And I feel like both parties perpetuate that between us. So I want to be the middle ground candidate and your first regular American guy candidate. You know, I'm a 40-hour-a-week worker, just like every average American. I went to college, I have student loans, I have friends, I have a life, anything you can imagine, just like the typical American, and we've never really had that in the modern era. Donald Trump, you know, he's as close as you get, and he's a regular guy, but he's a rich, regular guy, which doesn't make him so regular. But he's as close as you get. And when I saw that he could do it, I know I could do it. So that's why I put my hat in the ring for president in 2020. So I'm gonna give you a little bit about my biography. So I was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'm 43 years old. Born to a police officer father and an x-ray technician mother. Had two sisters. Grew up in a normal home in Philadelphia, middle class situation. Had friends of all types, all colors, and all races. As you know, Philadelphia is a majority, African-American city, extremely diverse. A lot of Latinos, mostly Puerto Ricans, a lot of Asians, and of course, my Caucasian brothers, along with Russians, Polish people, and a lot of other great people that live in my city. And it really helped diversify myself coming up as a youth. I matured later in life, went to Hampton University in Virginia, also went to Collins College in Tempe, Arizona to finish up my schooling, and Catherine Gibbs in Pennsylvania. I've acquired two degrees. I have an associate's in software technology, and I also have a bachelor's in arts and graphic design print media. So that's my educational background. From a personal perspective, like I said, I'm the average American, I'm the regular guy. Just like you, I want what you want. And I know we all want the same things when it comes together. Peace, comfort, healthcare, coverage, jobs. And I'm gonna go over all my different policies. As we go through this conversation, I'm gonna go over my domestic policy first, then my international policy second, then explain how that ties together with the plans I want and where I will get the money to do the lofty ideas I have. But also, of course, well-grounded. As an independent, I am fiscally responsible, socially liberal. And of course, depending on the situation, I'm very willing to waver because I want to do what's best for us, and I want to give the people what they want for what I would call the first time. In my life, never seen a president give the people truly what they want, and it's time. If Donald Trump can win, it's time. We get what we deserve because we know what we want and we know what we need. So, to go a bit further, as far as how you can vote for me and how that whole process is going to work. Since I've only initiated the process now, there's two situations with voting. So we're going to have a little lesson about voting and ballot measures and how all these things work. As far as voting goes, there's two situations with voting for people for president. You can be written in, or you can be officially on the ballot, which of course, you check the boxes, you choose the person. The write-in situation is interesting. Only in a few states do you not need any paperwork to write in. You just write it in. And then in other states, you have to fill out the work, which I'll do, and it's taken care of. So let's not worry about that. But there's only about 43 states where you can write me in. I'll give you a list of those at the end of this video. It'll be in the information section. It'll be on all my social media, a list of the states so you know which state you're in and if you can write me in as a vote. The other last 9 states, I believe it is, they do not allow write-ins. So those actually would require me to get signatures to be put on the ballot. Now we do have till next year to handle that. Piece of information just to let you know, did you know To get on all 50 states' ballots, you actually need 860,000 signatures and petitions. And they're basically in different numbers of each state, a certain percentage of the population, or a certain basic total. And some of the states you just pay for. So that's something I'll take care of as we get more into the donation situation, where I have more money available, where I have more time available, and I can actually get the signatures by building up a run as we start now. We have all the way to next year to get me actually paper written on a ballot. Beyond that, we'll go with the write-in situation. So that's how you can vote for me when the time comes, and you can do it. All right. So as far as the human presidential who I am aspect of this, you know, when people run for president, people are going to come out the woodworks. They're going to have their opinions, their advice. They're going to say you did this. They're going to say you did that. Now, to keep it simple, as mentioned, I am the average American. I'm a regular guy. I work hard. I play hard. I have long nights. I have stressful days. I have issues and happy days and poor days, and I get hurt, and I have arguments and love and everything else. I partied. I drank. I've been in no illegal trouble, so that's what's important. So let's make this clear. I don't care what anybody says about me. If it's not illegal and prosecutable, I did it. Bottom line, if it's not illegal or prosecutable and somebody's accusing me of something, I did it. Past that, anything else that I did is nothing that any other president that you have voted for and has actually won has admitted to doing. Beyond that, I'm a regular guy, no matter what others have said. Past that, I'm an angel. And that's the beautiful part about it. Carl Anthony for president, 2020.